Peggy Lee dozed off and then looked at her TV show and actually thought she was watching herself when my next guest was impersonating her on The Tonight Show. You can see him live at Jan McCart's Royal Palm Theater in Boca Raton, Florida, where he's been held over through February. Once again, will you please welcome, this time as himself, Jim Bailey. You know, every time I see you, I forget how you have it down pat. I mean, I was watching Barbra Streisand, the hands, the fingers, the talk, and the voice, and you don't lip sync. No. You do the voices of all these people.
I think my approach really is as a character actor. I mean, to get everything, you know what I'm saying? And there's singing involved and studying and makeup. I do my own makeup. And but you see, there's an ingredient that I can't tell you what it. You know, that certain
that makes it all happen.
That makes it all work together. But I think the basis of what I do is character acting, which is an art in itself.
Of course. What was your first impression? Or who was your first?
That was it.
Do it again.
She thought I was clearing my throat, right?
Phyllis Diller.
Yeah, the very first one. Yeah.
And what made you get the nerve to say, "Now I'm going to get dressed up and try Phyllis Diller"?
I knew Phyllis. I'd met her, you know, and I was around her, and I liked to watch people, and she fascinated me. And I was at a party one night, and I was doing a couple of one-liners as Phyllis, and they said, you know, because I wasn't really being successful in the business as a singer, and they said, well, why don't you, God, you should do Phyllis Diller in your show. And I thought, how would I do Phyllis Diller in my show? And I thought, do I put a fright wig on and a tuxedo? But I thought, no, if I'm going to do it, I have to do the whole thing. So I approached it with a serious kind of a thing in mind, and was booked in a nightclub.
Right away?
Well, no, not right away. I love it right away. There were several upholstered sewers that I worked, you know, just breaking in, as you know. You know what I mean? Of course. And then a guy came in, and he said, I can't believe what I saw. And he said, I have a nightclub in Ontario, California, called the Royal Tahitian. I don't even think it's there anymore. And he said, I have Phyllis Diller booked in next week, and she's canceled on me. Would you do it? And I said, would I do what? And he said, as Phyllis Diller. And I said, as Phyllis, of course, I didn't get the same money she got.
No, but
I did it. And I was standing in the kitchen with a steering wheel in my hand, waiting to go on, 500 people, and I thought, what am I doing here? Why am I doing this? And they said, Phyllis Diller, and I ran on, and 10 minutes into the monologue, I realized that they thought it was her. And I sort of got, oh, wow, oh, okay. So I did 2 shows for 3 nights, and it was very successful.
Now, you do everybody. You do Judy Garland, you do Peggy Lee. Who are you working on now?
I'm taking vocal lessons to sing bad.
Why?
Because I'm doing Madonna. I shouldn't say that.
No, I mean, yes, you should. It's all right. It's a free country.
Really, yeah, right, exactly. I mean, she hasn't had operatic training. Yeah. But yeah, I'm working on Madonna.
Can you do a little bit? Do a tiny bit, just a little.
How's that?
Why do people always do Judy Garland? Was she that big a star
I think
than anybody else?
Well, she was like, you know, a dynamic, kind of a vulnerable, you know, a belter. You know, where are those ladies today? There aren't
except for Madonna. You're right.
But
Madonna, Cher, you can count them on one finger.
Well, but I mean, Judy Garland, she could come out and sing with the piano and do a whole show of just singing. You know what I'm saying, with the instrument. But
do a little Judy Garland.
I don't know what I would do.
Somewhere over the rainbow. Just
somewhere over the rainbow, way up high.
As he had that little tremor going in.
Yeah. She had that something special that sort of made you want to cry.
What did you do for the Queen of England?
I did Barbara. And I thought she would ask me to do Streisand. I mean, I asked me to do Judy because she was so big in London, but they wanted me to do Streisand.
So you just did one?
I did Barbra Streisand, then I did the end of the show as myself. And then I met the Queen and Prince Philip.
Tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and? Did they mention me? Did she lean over and say, tell Joan I'll be on in February?
Exactly. Yeah. She did say that.
What did you say to the Queen?
Well, first of all, it was probably the only time in my life that I choked on my tongue, and I thought, and here is this woman standing there with these gorgeous blue eyes, and the Queen of England's extending her hand to me, and I went, and she knew I was in trouble. Yeah. And so she said, you know, Mr. Bailey, and it was very nice. And I love Prince Philip. He said to me, I love you in the evening gown, but you look much nicer in a tuxedo.
What happens if you're at customs And they open your suitcase.
You should be there with the video cam one night. I had one experience coming back from England, coming into LA, when they absolutely opened 9 trunks and everything. I mean, we could have put on a show in customs.
Yeah.
Everything was laying out there. Wigs, shoes, they were looking for something, you know, who knows?
And it's all women's clothes.
Yeah, well, not all of it.
Well, one little
Jockey
suitcase.
shorts in one bag.
Jockey shorts and pumps. Sounds good to me. I thank you so much for being on.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.